What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the RPS PinSeekers PGA Strategy Show. Again, I'm your host, JSU. Back with me today, Big T and AP. First off, we got Big T, though. Big T, what's up, brother?
What's going on? Yeah, another week in the books. I look forward to the Wednesday night show. Talk some golf, watch some hoops now, watch some baseball on the side. Lots of winners being picked today over on the Run Pure Bets. If you guys haven't checked it out, Run Pure Bets, lots of winners today in the NBA. Big T, Utah outright against all you Nugget lovers, going against my boys. Jazz, easy money. Boston, easy money. Got to get the Clippers in here next.
Yeah, if you like winners, I mean, we talk winners on this show, but
winners win, JSU. That's the theme of the show.
That's right. You know, we need more winners. So we're gonna bring them to you, whether it's the bet side or if it's the PGA winners. But we're gonna get them. And another guy who's gonna contribute to the winners, AP. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Another Wednesday night. Man, how crazy is it? Like we had I think the Siwoo outright, and then we had the our boy Billy Ho outright. Had a massive sweat, and then we get bent over by a guy named Jimmy Herman.
That was seriously dirty when you bring that up. Like to have winners on those two guys, and to have Pee Wee Herman beat us, like that is bad news.
Oh, it was so brutal.
That might have been the worst beat of the year. As far as just outrights, that had to be like the worst beat of the year. Like that was whoo.
We've been close on some of these longer shot plays. Like we'll get it.
I will say, JSU's favorite play in that range was Siwoo Kim, even though Tony was, teetering at first, but we talked him into it by the end.
No, I was teetering towards the end. You got it backwards. He talked me into it.
You teetered on Siwoo.
I was teetering for sure. Like I always admit it. Like AP talked me into it. I was all excited, and then we saw those matchups. And I was teetering. I ended up with a little bit, though. Like I was teetering. I admit it. You guys were heavier for sure. I teetered too much.
But I will say, Tony's boy, Billy Ho, came in clutch.
No, he didn't come in clutch. He freaking choked down his leg.
Like for my lineup.
For the lineups, he was awesome.
For my lineups. Not at the end. We all.
How did he blow that tournament? Seriously, though. He had it won like it was over.
Did you bet him, Tony? I know AP had a bet on him.
I bet
Did you bet him? Yeah.
It hurt my feelings.
What a break. Can't.
I had Siwoo too. Siwoo for less money, but I had both of them. It was a bad beat.
Yeah, both those guys.
Freaking Herman. Are you kidding me?
That Herman was like, man, he was hit. He was just dialed in. I could not believe it.
Are you going to keep calling him Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman.
For the rest of my life, I'm going to call him Pee Wee Herman.
That's great. I love it. All right, boys. Well, I mean, enough with the Pee Wee Herman talk. Let's get into some winners. Let's break down this slate. Interesting from the last slate we got going on here today. So just get it up. We got JT, Bryson, Rory, Dustin, Morikawa, Rahm, all 10K and up. We're, back with these studs here. They're all going this week, it seems, different from last week. AP, let's bring it to you first. What are we doing here at the top? We got so many studs to pick from. Break it down for us a little bit. Try and give us one or two guys you really like.
Yeah, I think a few things to make note of. 125 player field, less Brooks Koepka, who withdrew, so 124. I think top 70s and ties still get through, right? It's not 65. 65. Okay. But still, we have a smaller field, so we should have a easier time getting 6 to 6 through, you would think. But yeah, this top range, like, oh man, this is one of the times where I feel some guys in the mid range are mispriced, and so I'm going to pick and choose my spots up top. I love JT, I love Bryson. I'm fading Rory. Rory is just a full fade for me. He's done nothing. Like he has in the last 5 or 6 events, no top 10s, not even close to like a top 10. He's just looked terrible. DJ is interesting, but like kind of a gut feel play. I'm off of him. And Morikawa, I mean, he's fine. Like he's Colin Morikawa, elite ball striker. Obviously a major winner now. And I just, off that win, I think I'm going to move off of him. So for me, it's a decision between JT and Bryson. I think I'm going to side with JT. But honestly, I could even see myself full fading this range, as wild as that sounds.
Yeah, that does sound kind of wild. And Tony, I'm going to bring it to you. What do you think about AP's take? I mean, is Rory just a fade for you? And then what are you doing in this range? Like, are you fading this range as well, or do you like some guys in this range?
First of all, I think we're gonna win a tournament this week between the three of us. I can feel it this week. I feel good. We got the good mojo going week in and week out on here. We got AP joining us the last 3 weeks now. We got the good mojo. We're gonna win it this week, one of these tournaments. So, but yeah, top range. I mean, the hard part with this week is there's so many good guys in the mid range. So we're back to kind of where we were a month ago, where everyone plays the mid range. No one goes stars and scrubs because of how good the mid range is. And man, these top guys, Bryson's back. We got a course fit that is finally decent for him. He had a few tough course fits in there for him, I think. This one should be way better. There's not 4 par 5s. I think there's 3, but it's still an easier driver course, I think. And I like Bryson. I like how the course shapes up. So, yeah, I like him. And Rory, yeah, I mean, AP's right about Rory. I like form in golf. And you look at Rory, let's pull him up real quick. He's got 33rd, 47th, 32nd, 11, 41, 32. So since COVID, he doesn't have a top 10. And I know I shouldn't base it all on that, but how can I play him over Bryson or Rory or even DJ, honestly? DJ's won, twice? Once or twice. I forget if he won the other week on the top of my head, but either way, he's contended a few times. Rory doesn't even have a top 10, so
came in second that other time.
He got second, yeah.
Yeah, first, second, and 12th, yeah.
So I mean, he's got a few good finishes. He was the best at I think it was the major or whatever. But either way, Rory no top 10s. JT you can always play. AP's been all over that. Like he's been the best golfer, and AP's kind of called it from the beginning. I still like Bryson more, but I'll play a little JT. Morikawa, I'm not going to play just because he's coming off the big win, obviously. He's priced up a little higher than I would like. I couldn't play him over John Rahm, who's a little cheaper. And even Xander. Like Xander, I like playing in all these events with the good field. So for me, just to keep it simple, I'm playing Bryson, fading Rory, probably fading DJ, fading Morikawa, probably fading Rahm, honestly, and then playing Xander. So kind of the same guys I've been on most of the year, playing Bryson and Xander, and maybe a little bit of Rahm as my third guy.
All right. Well, Tony started getting into the 9K range, and I assume, AP, since you are fading most of these 10K golfers, you're going to like some 9K golfers, aren't you? So why don't you talk about some of these guys?
And I mean, if I was building 150, it's a different approach. But even if you're building 150, you got to take some stands. You can't just sprinkle, all these guys in there. It's just, it doesn't work. And so, this 9K range, we got some more plays. We got some more guys that I'm full fading too. Okay, so I got to start it off with a guy that I never play, and I hate that. This dude just pisses me off, always tilts me. I hate watching him play golf. He's just annoying. He's a cheater. And it's our boy, Patrick Reed. Man, he has really good course history. I think he's priced a little bit too low. And when you get him in some of these fields, I mean, as much as I dislike the guy, man, he shows up and he competes. And so there's a lot of good things about his game right now, that I like. He's scoring really well. His approach game is solid. He's getting it done. And you got to like the 13th place finish at the PGA, followed up by a 9th place finish at the Birdie Fest, which was the Wyndham Championship, 10th place at the Memorial. I mean, the guy's just, he's been playing good. So I'm playing him. I never play him, but I'm definitely on this week. Jason Day, another guy on my list. Jason Day is he's up there with JT. He's playing some just fantastic golf right now. I do get concerned. Like, so he's 7th, 4th, 6th, 4th. Like, I mean, either he's getting a win or he's going to absolutely tilt us with like a miscut or just a disaster type round. I don't see it going any other way with him. It's another top 10 or it's like a 40th or 50th or a miscut. So I'll probably have one share of Jason Day, but I don't like at the PGA Championship. I went all in. I had him in every single lineup. I don't have that same feeling this week. Like I want to be a little bit more cautious with him for some reason. It's like, it's just one of those gut feeling type plays, you know, and with golf, you got to roll with those more often than not. So guys, I'm fading in this range. Webb Simpson, I think might be up there. Another one of those guys. He doesn't have great course history. There's just so many names up there that you can pick and choose. And I can't find myself on Webb this week. So he's probably making that fade list. And then another guy I did like was Patrick Cantley too. One of these times he's going to bounce back and do something good. He's kind of had a slow start to the restart of golf. Just pulling up his stats, like he's kind of he's kind of in that Rory type of category, but historically he's so consistent. He's got to bounce back. Like he's got to get his iron game back at some point. And so, you know, he's another one of those guys that I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, Cantley's price at 9,200. That seems pretty solid. Webb, interesting as a fade. Now, Tony, I'm going to bring it back to you. You started to talk about Xander, but you didn't really hit on anyone else in this range. Talk a little more about why you like Xander as maybe like your top play in this range, and then anyone else you like.
Yeah, I mean, Xander, just every single week, I think is going to be in my player pool. He's the opposite of some of those other guys where 10th, 6th, 13th, 14th, 20th, his last 5 starts, just so solid. He's another guy that I really don't think will win. I don't know why. He just always feels like he's like a 10th place finisher to me, which is just solid though, just rock solid up top. You can get your winner from somewhere else. He's always going to be in my player pool, just really good. I'm going to fade Webb for sure, not even close. I'm going to fade Cantley for sure. I mean, we talked about form. I'm just such into the form. And, I mean, you look at Cantley, he's priced up there in the last 3 events, 43rd, 35th, 32nd. I just don't like that form. I do agree with AP that, I mean, he's going to bounce back at some point. He's too good not to. I just can't play him over a guy like Jason Day at the same price. And I like to take hard stands. I mean, you look at them, they're basically the same price. Day 100 more. Day's got all top 10s his last 3 or 4 events. Cantley hasn't got a top 10. I know it sounds simple on paper, but you look at the odds too. Like Day is 22-1, Cantley's 27-1. He's just a better play, I think. So, and I just got that quote from Empire, our boy Empire Maker. Jason Day will be the number 1 guy in the world within the year. It's just stuck in my head with all these top 10s to where, I mean, I have to trust it. He's been in the top 10 every event, basically. He said he's going to be number 1. He's played good. I mean, I got no reason not to like him. So, yeah, I mean, he's 22-1. He's definitely going to be in there. I mean, Patrick Reed is the toughest one for me because he's going to be chalky, but he does have the really good course history. It comes down to me how many teams you're playing, I think, because if I was playing 150, I would definitely have some Patty Reed, but I'm only playing 20, and you just can't play all these guys. Like, I can't play Xander, Day, and Reed in this range. So I think I'm just going to play Xander and Day, maybe a tiny, tiny bit of Patty Reed just because of his history. He's really good with the irons. I think the course shapes up obviously good for him. He's got good course history. So, yeah, I mean, definitely I'd rank him Day and then Xander actually, but by price, just that if that 400 matters, I think I like Day slightly more. If I could get either one of them and it didn't help me anywhere else, I'd probably play Xander. But if it was able to get me from like a mediocre play to a good play, I would play Day over him.
And Patty Reed would be your third guy if you had to take a third?
Yeah, definitely my third.
All right. In AP in this range, how do you rank like your top 3?
Yeah. So Big T, first off, Big T, he convinced me. Cantley, he's off my list. Yeah, you got to take stands, man.
He's just not as good as those other guys, I don't think.
I'm going to say I can't put Patrick Reed number one. I know I liked him, and I just talked him up and praised him and all of that, but I can't put him number one. I got to put Jason Day number one. I got to put Xander 2 and Patrick Reed 3.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, I like Xander. I like Day. Patty Reed, I don't know about Patty Reed. I think I'm going to stick with Xander and Day and kind of move on from this range personally. But let's move on to the 8K range, where just here we go, a loaded range. This is gonna be a popular range. We see a ton of names in here, and a lot of these names normally we see, in other fields we see them higher priced, right? I mean, Tiger Woods is in this range. Tony Finau, Hideki, Paul Casey. Oh, Paul Casey, Tony. He's back in our lives again. Adam Scott, Tommy Fleetwood, Hovland. I mean, the list goes on. What are we doing in this range? I'm going to start with you, Tony. I mean, What are you doing when you see a loaded range like this? They're all affordable. I mean, you can't play them all, right? You got to kind of pick and choose your spots, but this is going to be the most popular range to pick from. Like, I can see people having at least 3 of these guys in their lineup, if not maybe 4.
Yeah, like this range is why the mid-range is going to be the popular build, because these guys are awesome, man. Like, you start with Berger, Finau, Tiger, Hideki, Casey, Scott, Fleetwood, Hovland, and then I don't like Scheffler or Fitzpatrick really, but man, so you got 2, 4, 7, 8 dudes in that range that are legitimately total studs. Like, you can make a case for every one of those 8, which means that it's going to be a popular build going in this range. And honestly, like, I can't make a case. I can definitely make a case against Fleetwood just because I do think he has upside. But, man, the range is just so good. Like, how can I play Fleetwood over Adam Scott or Hideki? I just can't do it. So Fleetwood's going to be the first guy out for me. Paul Casey, I like him. I think that he's good. But, man, again, how can I play Paul Casey over Adam Scott or Hideki? Or Finau, for that matter, right above it. I mean, this range is so loaded. And if we're playing one guy at the top, which I kind of want to, you're only going to be able to play 2 or 3 of these guys in this range, which means some hard fades. Berger, I think, is going to be a fade for me, even though he's really good. So the interesting play, because all these guys are really good that we just talked about, is Tiger, man. I haven't played Tiger all year. He's been an insta fade for me every single time. However, he's in this loaded range right now. We got a little bit better weather, too. Like, they played the PGA where we last saw him. It was cold. His back's tightening up and all the crap with his back and the normal stuff. But I have a feeling he's geared up a little bit for the playoffs. He's 36-1 right now, lower than Hideki, lower than Adam Scott, lower than Paul Casey. And he's not going to be owned. He's going to be under 10% compared to these other guys. I think I'm hopping on the Eldrick bandwagon this week, boys, for the first time all year. And it's just a loaded range, though. I can't wait to hear what AP says, because this range is tough for me, honestly. These guys are good. Like, these guys, I can make a case for every one of these guys if I wanted to.
Tony, as you were speaking, I just built a lineup with like 5 of these 6 guys in my lineup. Like, yeah, literally, that's how easy it is. Like,
and it makes sense, honestly. Like, yeah. But it is going to be chalky to do that too, so you got to weigh that in a little bit. But man, I mean, those builds are very, very nice.
Yeah, and all these guys have the ability to win. Like you said, they're studs. Like, there's legitimately like 8 studs in this range where like you could see them winning. Like, it wouldn't shock you. And AP, I'm going to bring it to you.
I think you could say, just before AP hops in, I think that's one case against Casey you could make. I think you have win equity for everybody in this range except Casey. I think he's safe to make the cut usually. I don't think he has as much win equity as these other dudes, though.
Would you take Paul Casey over a Justin Rose or a Terrell Hatton?
I mean, I would take him over those guys, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, AP, let's bring you in here. What are we doing in this range, this loaded AK range? What Who are your top guys, and then maybe give me some fades.
Yeah, I was just going to tell Big T, don't get off Paul Casey yet. I mean, I always say like last week was a birdie fest, and he had 3.
Casey.
What?
You can talk me into him because
I mean with Paul Casey, like it's a birdie fest. We always say just birdie fest brings. I mean, it brings Pee Wee Herman into the field. We saw that. I mean, the dude won. Like anyone can in these easy courses where it's a birdie fest, anyone can compete. This course, we actually see some decent scoring, but this course is actually like it's not easy. It's not a birdie fest type of event. And so, I mean, a guy like Paul Casey, he has really strong history here, and I like where his game's at. So, like, I'm not like a Paul Casey guy either, but he's really high on my list this week. Now, let me start with the 2 guys that I think, we take a team approach building the playbook at RPS for golf or for PGA. And when I pulled it up, these 2 guys were both on the fade list, and I had to go in and make an executive decision to take them off because they were like really high up on my list. The first one is this dude's not going to be owned. He's like projected to be like 2.6% owned. Probably he'll be closer to 5, maybe like who knows. But Tommy Fleetwood, 8,300. You got to hear me out on this one. Like the guy has played well here. If you look at all of his rounds in each of the events he's played, he's had 2 or 3 good rounds. At the PGA, he had 2 really good rounds, an average round, and then 1 really bad round. Last week, he had 3 good rounds, one really good round, and then his Sunday was an absolute disaster. And even at the WGC St. Jude, he had 2 really strong rounds and 2 really bad rounds. The guy has yet to put together 4 rounds of golf. That's like his problem. He's going to do it eventually. I want to hop on. I want to buy low on him. Like we're not going to see 7K Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, maybe if he sucks this week, we might see it. But these are the times when I like to hop on. I like to get on when he's low owned. He's easy to fit in my lineup, and that's where I'm going to get leverage in this range because this range is going to be loaded, absolutely loaded with popular plays. But Tommy Fleetwood's not going to be one of them. So he's a guy I'm extremely overweight on this week. The next one is Justin Rose. Let me pull up his history. You got to hear me out on Justin Rose too. So these were
while you throw that up there real quick while you figure that out. I just love how AP comes in here. Tony talks about, his guys. Then he talks about, the guy who I have no interest in, like fade for me. And then AP just comes in and says, boom, like he's one of my favorite low-owned plays. This is what I love here.
Dude, I did that.
The differences. I love it. I love it. Come on. I want more. I need more of this.
I mean, I got a oof for him.
Okay. I mean,
that's it. That's all you got.
I mean, Fleetwood.
What is that? Like
Fleetwood is super thin in this range.
No, I like me some Flushwood this week. I'll be very overweight. The other guy, Justin Rose. So hear me out. He struggled at the Birdie Fest events. The Workbench Open, the Wyndham, the Travelers, which is not really a Birdie Fest, but. When he's made the cut, the dude is contending. A 3rd place at the Chuck Schwab, 14th at the RBC, and 9th at the PGA Championship. And Rose is hit or miss. I don't think many people are going to play him, but he's 8K, and he's another leverage guy for me. I like how he has really strong history here. He's going to hit these fairways. That's been a struggle for Justin Rose, is hitting fairways, but the fairways here are pretty forgiving. If he can get in the fairway, his approach game has been, phenomenal. I mean, we saw that at the PGA Championship. So I like Justin Rose. So these are like the 2 lowest owned guys in this range, and I'm going to be very overweight on them. And I mean, if we go back to the PGA Championship, if I need to bring that up, weren't both you guys trying to talk me off Justin Rose?
This is true. I think we both were trying to talk you off Justin Rose. So we will give you that one. Again, though, AP just comes in. Another guy, Tony, was like, I want no part of Justin Rose.
Those 2 are definitely my least favorites on the entire season. That's why I like it too, though. Like, I like people that have different opinions.
People are an AP guy, a Big T guy, or they just play booze and hosen, and they're obviously a JSU guy, but you can't play him this week. He was so good last week, they wouldn't let him in this tournament.
Stop. He was not so good. Stop.
Oh, Big T, stop it.
I played him and he sucked. Like I played him and he let me down.
Poor Boozin.
So
Hosen.
The other guy I like on this, I like a lot of guys in this range, but Adam Scott, 8,400. I mean, this guy comes out his first event. I was in this. I had this strategy going on where a guy's first round back, I was just fading him. Faded Adam Scott. He had a solid performance at the PGA Championship. We're right now into the playoffs, and 8,400 just seems too cheap for a guy with win equity and a lot of top 10 equity, which is what we need. Then Big T and the consensus here. This is range of stack. Daniel Berger, Tony Finau, Hideki Matsuyama, Paul Casey, Tiger Woods, all in play in my opinion. The guys I'm fading are Victor Hovland, Scotty Scheffler, Matthew Fitzpatrick. Are the three guys in this range I'm fading. But everyone else I like. I have interest in. I'm going overweight on the low-owned guys, though. Flushwood, Rosie, and Adam Scott, which I don't think he'll be low-owned. I think Adam Scott will get some traction.
Yeah, all right. I like some of these low-owned calls.
The more we look at this range, though, like, oh, man, when we get down into the lower range and talk it through, I'm going to have a hard time not just playing this mid-range. This mid-range is so good. Like,
dude, I don't want to play any of it. Like, this is a week, T, where you got to just eliminate anyone below maybe like 7,500 or something.
But then we're going to have to eliminate the really good guys, too, is the issue.
That's what I'm doing, though.
Yeah, I think I might be with you. I mean, we got to look at the low range. We got to work through it. But, man, this mid-range is loaded. Like, just loaded.
I mean, is that going to make it though? Where these high price guys are going to get no ownership, or I mean, they'll still get ownership just because
they always get enough ownership. Though,
do.
Like they're not going to be like crazy, but even at 15, I don't know. We're going to have to work through it as we like. That's what we do on Wednesday nights.
All right. So, I mean, anyone else in this 8K range, or can we move on down? Like, is there anyone else you want to like talk about that we missed?
We basically like them all. So, yeah. I mean, besides Scotty and who was the other one we didn't like? Like two dudes and a Hovland. Those were the only two we agreed that we didn't like. I don't like Hatton that much either. I don't know if AP talked about Hatton. I don't like.
No, AP didn't talk about him.
All right. So you'd be the other fade. I mean, you can't. I mean, you could play them all, but yeah.
Well, let's move on as the Mavs are smacking the Clippers, right out the gate, which, again, it's just JSU telling you guys that they're the two best teams in the NBA.
Yeah, they're good.
Are you going to be like
Mavs are so good.
JSU's taking over for the chat. The victory lap 4 minutes in about how he's got the second best team in basketball.
I'm going to take my victory lap once they win. I can't wait.
You're allowed to. I mean, I took mine on Portland last night. I took mine on Utah today. So if Dallas wins, you're allowed your victory lap.
I think we were, as a team, I think we were all on the Portland bandwagon. I'm pretty sure.
AP was all
AP
over.
Was not?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, no,
yeah.
AP.
Yeah, he was all over me.
I was curled up in the fetal position at the end of the night after getting owned by Big T.
All right, well, maybe it was just me.
I put a bet in, and I didn't even see Big T had a bet in the chat. Telling me, like, you're going against Big T. I was like,
that's great. And at that point, you're pot committed. You have to roll with it.
Yeah, I had the bet locked in. I couldn't.
You had it in. There you go. Well, let's move on to this 7K range, guys, and we'll talk about, let's try and stick 7,500 to 7,900. Ricky Fowler, Billy Horschel let us down at the end, but still overall had a really good week. Gary Woodland, Matthew Wolf, AP's guy. Jordan Spieth, who's just always in the fade category over at RPS. Answer Siwoo Kim, who's just a stud until the very end. What are we doing in this range, boys? And AP, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so like the thing about Matty Wolf this week, he is, let me pull up the ownership projections on him, but everyone is talking him up. And I love Matty Wolf. I'm always going to root for him. I think he's just such an elite golfer, but I'm fading him this week. It pains me to say that, but he could be 18 to 20+% owned potentially. Like I've heard everyone talking him up. Our golf team has been talking him up. Now, honestly, like if you got to read, like he's playing phenomenal golf. Okay, for me, this is he's young, first time in the playoffs, and I just think if he's going to be high owned, I would rather fade him. I'm going to be rooting for him, but I don't think I'm going to play him this week. I want to get leverage by going to my guy Gary Woodland, who's been shaky for sure. But I mean, this guy he can change gears at any point in time, and his approach game since golf has returned has been strong. And I think he's going to have an opportunity. Like the part of his game, which is crazy to think about because he's always been so elite off the tee. It's been his game off the tee. So we have some, somewhat forgiving fairways. I think he's going to hit more fairways. And I think we're going to see that strong approach game from him. And I think he's like a sneaky top 10. I think he's a guy that could contend this week. So I like Gary Woodland. I'm fading my boy Matty Wolff. Pains me to say that. Another guy I'm fading is probably Abe Answer. Like, everyone talks him up. He feels too safe. I feel like the cash guys are going to be all over him. And just for that reason, I kind of want to fade him. I'm pulling his stuff up right now. Like he had that stretch where he was just, phenomenal. Over the last, 3 events, we haven't seen it. I mean, 43rd at the PGA, 58th at the Memorial, 15th at the WGC St. Jude. I'll give, that's a respectable finish. I would take 15th, 15th and up at his price tag. But I would rather try to play one of these guys up in the AK range. I'm fading our boy Billy Ho. He just, his course history here is so bad. I can't play him. Fading Spieth. I'm fading Ricky Fowler, former winner here. He's still working on things on his swing. I don't trust it. I hope since he won, I hope he's going to be a little bit more popular, and he's under 8K, so maybe that gives him some traction. But honestly, in this upper 8K range, it's Gary Woodland for me. Harris English, kind of popping, but honestly, I'll give Harris English a look. But for me, it's Gary Woodland, and then we'll throw Harris English in there. I want to fade them all of them, but I might need Harris English to finish out a build.
Yeah, Harris English definitely been pretty consistent. Interesting, everyone's talking up Matty Wolff, and you are not talking up Matty Wolff.
I'm on my own island this week, boys.
I think I'm going to join you because I don't like it when you're not on Matty Wolff and everyone else is. So, yeah, that's interesting there. And Tony, I'm going to kick it to you now. AP likes Gary Woodland a lot in this range. He doesn't like Wolff, who's getting some traction. Harris English he likes a little bit too. What are you thinking in this range?
Yeah, I don't like this range as much, but man, me and AP are just going to butt heads on the thing. I can't believe he doesn't like Matty Wolff. Why'd you say you didn't like him? That's your boy.
He's going to be like 20% owned.
Yeah, but he's got a third leg dragging along the ground.
He does, but man, he is extremely volatile. He gets aggressive. It's the playoffs. No course history here. I believe
he's got a course history on the workbench, though. He knows how to do things there.
But for me, here's the thing: like the industry, like everyone's talking him up. He has upside, okay? Like I would like him as a lower owned tournament type play because of his upside. He also has a lot of downside. When he gets out there, and if he's not managing the course like he should be, I mean, this guy he can make bogeys, and this is a course where there's like a stretch of holes that are absolutely brutal. There's 6 holes on this course that have higher bogey rates. So I do think potential disasters out there, and I just with how high owned he is projected to be, I got to move off. Gary Woodland's going to be like 7% owned, and Matt Wolff's going to be like 18 or 19.
So Tony, give me the reasons why you like him, because in this range, it seems like this is a type of chalk that you normally would fade. I feel like,
No,
a guy like Gary Woodland, like Gary Woodland's gonna be lower owned than Matty Wolff. You're telling me
he's not going to be much lower, I don't think. Anyways, like Woodland's going to be between 10 and 15, and Wolff's going to be 15 to 20. Like I consider that very similar. But just to say why I like it, I mean, I like Woodland too, anyways. But Wolff is 60 to 1, Woodland 70 to 1. Wolff is hotter. I mean, Wolff just finished 4th at the PGA, 12th at the 3M. Did he play the workbench? I mean, he missed the cut at the workbench. That's not good. That was a bad sign last week.
He's a fade for JSU.
I mean, he might have to be a fade now. I was loving him until I seen him miss the cut at the workbench.
Who was the guy that we did the same thing with last week?
Yeah, and he socked whoever it was. I forget who it was, but I remember taking it all weekend, and he socked whoever it was.
Yeah, I remember that too, because I was keeping track of him.
Yeah, anyway, I like Woodland too, but I definitely like Wolff. I mean, 60 to 1. I just like guys that can win. Like, winners win. We say that on Wednesday nights. Matty Wolff is a winner. That's what I like, having winners on my team. But yeah, I hate this range. Billy Ho, I hate. Ricky Fowler, I hate. I like Wolff and Woodland. Spieth, I mean, I couldn't even imagine playing Spieth. I wish they should price Spieth like 6,800. Just to test us, to test our conviction.
That would be, oh man,
just for fun. Like, why don't they do it one week? Make him 6,800 and make people play him.
No, listen, Landa, you know there's no half unit bets on the Wednesday show.
Oh, we definitely no half unit bets on the Wednesday show.
No,
how is
no
this guy's 6,800?
Yeah, like he should be. If he was 6,800, would you play him?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I would either, but it would at least test me though. Like if I saw him like
one of the best tournament weeks ever, because you fade him, he'd be chalky, like 6,800.
Yeah, then it'd be good to fade. Yeah, I agree. So I'm fading him. I mean, I'm definitely not playing. I say it every week about Sung Jae. If the field sucks, I'll play Sung Jae. If the field's good, I'll fade Sung Jae. And it'll be that way until the end of time, unless I see a cool Band-Aid on his ear, and then I might circle back to him. But until then, it's a fade. Siwoo, we were on last week. Definitely fading Siwoo this week, coming off a good showing. He kind of pootered down the stretch too on us. So yeah, I'm out on him.
What about Answer, Tony?
Yeah,
Answer's going to be popular. What do you think about him?
I'm definitely playing Abe Answer. Like, he's just so solid. His price is solid. I know he's going to be chalky, but I don't mind eating some chalk. We can find some low-owned guys. I mean, I don't care about playing chalk in golf as much because
though, I feel like Answer's a better play than Wolff. Like, I would much prefer Answer.
He is a better like cash solid play. Like, he's way more solid. Like, I don't think he has more win equity though than Wolff. I mean, Answer is. Let's just see what he is. Abe Answer is 65 to 1. Wolff is 60 to 1. Like, I would rather have Wolff to win the tournament. I'd rather have Abe to finish 10th. I think. I mean, Abe Answer is rock solid. Rock solid. So Cam Champ, I'm out on. Kisner, definitely out on. Harris English, I'm fading Harris English this week. I've played him a lot lately. He's just not that good, I don't think. I mean, he's solid. Let's pull up his, like last week, I had to root so hard for this guy last week, and he just wasn't good. Like, finished 23rd. He's got a 19th, 18th, 13th, 17th. So a bunch of like top 20s. I don't know. Like, I don't want to play him. He's 90 to 1. He's going to be pretty popular. I just don't see win equity, and I love all those other guys in that range. So I'm going to fade Harris English. Lowry, I'm fading. Brendan Todd, definitely fading. Usti, fading. Doc Redman, fading. Cooch, Leash, Varner, Henley. All these dudes are fading. Oh, I know one dude I'm not fading. Mr. Benny On at 4%. I'm never fading Benny On again. Mark my words. He might not always be on my main team. He might not be. But he will always be on my player pool because he makes so many birdies when he gets it going. He's good in tough fields. He's good in tough spots. Sure, he can blow up, obviously. I mean, he can easily blow up. But there will never be another week I don't have Benny on. I promise you that. And let's look at the rest. We got JSU's boy Phil Mickelson, definitely fading him.
Oh, that just the Phil Mickelson speak every week. You gotta give a little something about Phil Mickelson.
I think there's one guy we need to take a look at, Big T.
Who?
It's Cam Champ, man.
Oof.
Dude, look at how good he's playing. This dude is playing phenomenal golf. He came into this event last year just an absolute disaster. Like literally like miscut. But it wasn't even like, I mean, it was losing strokes in every single category of his game. He comes to the Northern Trust and, man, finishes 21st, and played solid. He was solid off the tee. Now he's coming into this event with honestly some of the best form we've ever seen. Man, he looked phenomenal last week, and I was kicking myself for not even thinking about playing him. And so what I'm saying is I want to start thinking about playing him because I think at his price tag, I think, and if you look at the mid-tier, that 8K range that we talked about, I think people forget about playing him this week again, especially with Abe Answer around him, Matt Wolf, people talking him up. But I mean, these fairways are hittable, and the dude hits it a mile. So I'm kind of talking myself into some Cam Champ. Yeah,
that makes a little sense. I'll tell you one person who's not a winner in this range, Brandon Todd. Get Brandon Todd out of here. Like, I want none of Brandon Todd. That guy just.
I mean, especially when you call him Brandon Todd. Like, no wonder he doesn't.
Brandon Todd, whatever his name is. Sorry, whatever. I can't even call him.
He should be called Brandon. Like, he's not a winner, so he doesn't get called by his real name.
That's it. Whatever. Brendan Todd. It's close enough. He should, like Big T said, we shouldn't even get his name right. It's worse than Booze and Hosen.
It's like Booze and Hosen. Like he doesn't get his name right.
He's worse than Booze and Hosen. Booze and Hosen's at least expected, and he's like 6K 99% of the time. Brandon Todd just can't get it done ever. Booze and Hosen comes through in the clutch for us, Tony.
He did not come through last week. He let me down.
Oh, leave him alone. No bad talking. I'll start killing Jimmy Furyk right now. I'll start going in on him right now. Don't make me do it. But let's move on. Let's move on to this. We pretty much hit on the 7K range. I mean, we need to hear AP talk about his boys like Ches Reavie. He's always got a good feel on. Like some of this is AP's range. This is where no one talked about Ian Poulter, Joaquin Neiman.
I thought we were doing the upper 7K.
Yeah, this is AP's range. Let AP do work.
This week though, it's different. I'm telling you guys, like that 8K range, I'm living in that range. I feel like a cash player,
but we still need some like in the 7K.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So again, like I said, I'm talking myself into Cameron Champ, but if we go down here, I mean. Doc Redman, I think it has been playing solid. I want to look at ownership projections on him, but man, he's there. Ches Reavie, like you said, like Ches, like he just like he's not going to win, but he gets up there sometimes. Now, I don't like the 75th place finish at the PGA and then the miscut at the Wyndham. He had that 6th place.
Who was that?
Ches Reavie. I think we got to be off of him. He did good at the Workbench Open, but man, since then he's been so. I mean, okay, so he had that 17th, 22nd, and then a 6th, and then he's been a disaster since then. And I think I want more bombers this week. We saw all the bombers just absolutely destroy the PGA Championship. I don't think I'm going to be on Ches this week. I think I'm eliminating him. I think honestly, I'm eliminating a ton of guys in this range. Neiman, maybe, but honestly, I probably won't have much. Hadwin, I probably won't have much. I'm not going to play Damon. Poulter, I'm not playing. Honestly, I'm like wiping out a ton of this range, and it's just I'm taking a few stands. Honestly, I heard people talk about Mark Leishman. I think it's just course history based. But he's been an absolute disaster. I'm not going to touch him. Hopefully he's higher owned because he has done nothing good since golf has returned. Man, I don't know. And then Doc Redman, he's been playing good, but now it's he always pops in these weak fields. Like we see him smash like last week, 3rd place. I mean, he was phenomenal last week, hitting the ball really well. But, we go back to the Memorial, miscut. The 3M, I guess wasn't a stacked field, but miscut. I guess he played good at the PGA Championship, so we'll give him that. I think I'm moving off of him, though. I'm telling you, I'm going to get very I'm going to pick and choose my spots this week. I don't like the 7K range like I like the 8K range. I'll leave it at that. Yeah,
I mean, a couple other guys I'm just going to throw out there, like Alexander Norn's been playing pretty well. He's 7,100. Dylan Fratelli, Max Homa, who everyone loved, but he missed the cut at the workbench. So, again, just another reason why we don't play him. No love for any of these guys as, deep tournament flyers, anything, AP?
Nope.
No. Yeah. Okay. Tony, Faden. All right. That's fine. Fine with me. Tony, we'll bring it to you in this range. Is there anyone you see that you like?
Yeah. So at the bottom, I mean, obviously I talked about Benny on. Let me pull up his, makes so many birdies, but he's got T22 and T12 the last 2 weeks in pretty good events. But then you got maybe one of my favorite plays, honestly, is this Damon, where he's 7,100. He's made 17 out of 20 cuts, but the last 2 weeks, he finished 74th at the Memorial, which isn't terrible. I mean, honestly, that was a really tough week. So he made the cut, which was solid. But then T20 and T10 the last 2 events, and he was awesome at the PGA, playing these showdowns every night. He makes a ton of birdies. He's just solid. I like Damon, and he's going to be 3% owned or something, 4% owned, where I just like him. And Fratelli the same way. So the 3 guys for me in that range are all 3 guys I really like: Benyon, Damon, and Fratelli. And honestly, I probably got to put Poulter in my player pool. Poulter, he does well in these type of events. I don't love him, but I need to have him in my player pool a little bit below the other 3, just to get a little mixture in there, just in case he finishes 12th or something and I need him. I think he's solid enough at 7,200. That price is pretty cheap.
So that's it? You like Ian Poulter pretty much and not much else?
Oh, you just didn't even listen to anything I said, did you?
No, I didn't.
I named off 4 dudes, and you talked about the one I talked about last.
The one guy. Yeah, but
AP, tell him who I talked about. He wasn't listening to me.
I think JSU is trying to bait us into playing more guys in this range.
I mean,
it's like that.
I'm building lineups right now, and I need another couple guys in this range.
I gave a whole spiel on 2 guys.
We got the 6K range, JSU.
I gave a whole spiel on 2 guys.
But then gives a spiel on Ian
Poulter. Joel Damon.
Thank you. You were listening. You didn't even hear me say Joel.
I'm not playing Joel Damon.
That's why you stopped listening
Ian
to
Poulter.
me.
That's why I stopped listening.
Joel Damon, Ian Poulter.
All right. Joel Damon and Ian Poulter. Whatever.
Just play Phil.
And I talked about.
We know you're going to play Phil Mickelson.
Oh, no way. No, he's not 6K. I play him when he's 6K.
Yeah, but he has a T6 and a T12 here. Last 2 years. There you go.
I mean, boom. That's a reason why you play Phil Mickelson, I guess. Go for it if you want.
I'm not going for it.
Tony disappointed me. As we get down into the 6K
I named 4 guys. How many am I supposed to play in there?
As many as I need until I'm satisfied, all right? So let's move on. We got the 6K range, and never again will I let you talk me off your guy, Sammy Burns, who just, again, comes out and he just does his thing. He's Sammy Burns. Tony, we can't not play this guy every week. You just can't do it when he's 6K. When he's more expensive, we can talk about it. But when he's in the 6K range, this dude's in play. He's a solid golfer. Lucas Glover at 6,900s down here. We're not used to seeing him down here in a while, but he's back to the 6K range because he's had a couple rough weeks, a couple missed cuts in a row. And then Kevin Na in this range, Brian Harmon. I mean, AP, let's start it off with you. Let's get some guys in this range. I think if you're building a mid-tier lineup, I think you got to get one either really cheap 7K or one of these 6K guys. Yeah,
so I had I had to adjust my tiers. I just noticed I had Zach Johnson as my favorite value play.
Ooh.
The more you look at this course, I'm not playing him.
Tony?
That is a wolf. That's an anti-workbench. That's a wolf. Not play him. I mean, he played good last week, but that course is completely different than this course. So that's a correction I'm gonna be making. But yeah, like Sammy Burns, I mean, if you want to talk about a guy that has some good distance and would be a phenomenal range or a phenomenal play in this range, I don't mind Burns. I don't mind. Let's see. If you want to like really punt, like a Cam Davis type, Corey Connors, good ball striker. Again, though, like I'm not like my strategy this week is I'm your typical cash game guy. I saw something where Hoop said, he's going to be punting since making the cut is easier this week since the field is smaller. So you punt so that you can get multiple, high price guys up there. I think I'm going the traditional cash route. I think I'm going balanced. And so I'm going to eliminate a ton of this range. I don't feel comfortable playing a lot of these guys. Sammy Burns would be one, Cam Davis, another one, like an extreme punt. But outside of that, I mean, Patrick Rogers maybe like that. He hits it a mile, but I don't feel comfortable. Like Patrick Rogers is not getting like top 20 here. So like I feel so good about that 8K range, and I think the right combination. If you're doing a 20 max, and if you eliminate all these guys in this range, if you eliminate the top guys, you're fading one of the top, one of those guys 10K plus winning, and you're eliminating this range, and you're just going for the right combination. I think that's going to be the winning ticket this week.
Yeah, I see a lot in the chat after them laughing at me for snoozing, and someone said JSU sending a hit on Brett Brown. Oh man, Brett Brown is the worst coach right now in JSU. He's in the doghouse big time with JSU. So no Brett Brown talk here. But I see a lot of Kevin Na. No Kevin Na love. He's 6,800. Few people have brought him up. I mean,
yeah, Kevin Na is an interesting name. I'll agree with that. I'm not going to fight anyone if they want to play Kevin Na. It's better than Zach Johnson, I'll tell you that.
I mean, yeah, we're not used to seeing Kevin Na kind of in this range in a little while. Normally he's in that like 7K range. So a little discount. Tony, we'll bring it to you. What do you think about this range? First off, do you like Kevin Na just because people brought him up? Do you like any Kevin Na today?
Yeah, so he's one of the guys that just looks too cheap to me. I mean, 6,800. I don't know, but I never liked Kevin Na is the problem, though. He always withdraws. I just feel like he never – I should clarify that.
Is it going to be cold outside? Like, is it going to get really chilly and his back's going to tighten up?
He does look too cheap. I mean, he definitely looks too cheap. I mean, he's 145 to 1. I'm fading Kevin Na. I'm fading him. He's going to end up like 10%. I just never like him. Like, if Kevin Na beats me, I'm okay with it. I just don't like Kevin Na. He never does good. I just don't like him, so I'm not going to play him. And honestly, some of my favorite guys are down in this range. Like, all the guys that have treated me good all season are in this range. So I'll just name them off. I got 7 guys in this range that I like, which leads me back to Bryson, which leads me back to playing one stud, kind of getting off the mid-range a little bit. But I like 7 guys in this range. I narrowed it down while you guys were talking. Sammy Burns, for one. Denny McCarthy has been really good lately. I love everything about him. He finished 9th at the Wyndham. He made the cut at the PGA, 32nd at the Barracuda, 32nd at the 3M, made the cut at the Memorial. I like that from McCarthy. He's looked really good.
Missed the cut at the workbench.
Did he miss the cut at the workbench? Ooh, we can't have that. But Streel Daddy's down here. I always like Streel Daddy. Glover, we talked about Glover. I'm not playing Glover. I've seen he's missed like 3 or 4 cuts in a row. I'm never playing anyone that's missed 3 cuts in a row. You can always mark that up for me. If I see 3 missed cuts in a row, they're off the list no matter who it is. But Norlander, his price looks cheap again. I mean, he was up at 8,500 a couple of weeks ago. He's 6,600 now. Werenski, same thing. Werenski was way up. He's down low. Gooch, I always like Gooch down in the cheap range. And then Cam Davis at 6,300. I like these 7 guys. I honestly like them a lot, which leads me to get back to kind of the build where I play Bryson and 2 cheapies and then 3 8K or in that range type plays. So I think I'm back on that build. I'll still play the 8K range, 2 or 3 guys, but I'm going to go Bryson with a couple cheapies, I think.
Who are those cheapies again?
Yeah.
No. So, AP, let's bring it to you. I know you said you're not really going to have much in this range at all, but if you needed a punt down low, is there anyone you see down like near the bottom that you would entertain?
Yeah. I mean, the Cam Davis play we talked about, I think he's fine, but like honestly, I think certain guys in that 8K range are priced wrong. And if you just look at it, if you pull up the history and if you look at that range in the 6K, rarely do you see, someone historically get a top 10. I mean, a lot of miscuts in this range, a lot of T20 or worse. And so you got to absolutely pick the right guy. I love the idea of fading this range. I mean, all right. So question for you guys. If I full fade this range, how much leverage does that give me on the field?
I don't think it gives you any leverage is the thing. Like, I think you get leverage on the field by playing a stud. Like, so say I lock Bryson, because I just did this because I wanted to see what it did. I locked Bryson on all 150. I'm not playing 150, but just to show an example, I locked Bryson on 150. It's still going to give me 3 mid-range studs that we're talking about, all the guys we like. And then I have to play one guy in the 7Ks and one guy in the 6Ks. Like, I think that's the winning build. I don't know. Like, you only have to punt one guy to get Bryson. You would rather play. So if I can get 4 rock-solid plays, and I can either play Bryson and 1 scrub or 2 mid-range guys, you're going to take the 2 mid-range over the stud. Or JT is your example. You love JT. You'd rather play JT and Cam Davis because that's your boy, or 2. Like, what's that price? So you got 11. What's JT? 11.4.
I feel like I can get 6 guys with legit concrete win upside into my build this week.
But none of them have as big as JT as far as win odds.
Well, right. That's what I'm fading. Is what I'm saying. So I'm literally fading the top guys winning this week.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. They're the best plays in the mid range.
Yeah, it's outside the box.
No, it's going to be the chalky build. Like, everyone's playing that mid range.
Well,
I mean, not the guys I'm playing.
Well, not the guys you're playing. That's correct. Yeah.
What about
Keegan Bradley hasn't missed a cut here. How about that?
Oh God, no.
I never mind Keegan Bradley.
6,600. Honestly, like
Tony tried to talk me into him one time. I just no Keegan.
Hey, it didn't work that one time, but it could work this time, JSU.
It could.
Well,
what about Pee Wee Herman? Hold on, no one's talking about Pee Wee Herman. He just went off.
No, we're definitely not playing Pee Wee. We are definitely not.
Man.
He just had the best week of his life. He's definitely not going to be coming in form.
Oh God, no way! But it is funny. It's 6,500, but yeah, no Herman. Yeah, I mean, I think we hit on this range, guys. Let's move it on to the matches. Tony, you want to pull that up?
Yeah, let's pull it up. Let's see what we got here.
And while Tony pulls it up, guys, don't be afraid to hit that like button. This show's free. It helps us keep giving you guys this show for free. So if you like this show, please hit that thumbs up button.
While he pulls it up, oh my gosh, the Mavs are just
second best team in basketball.
Talk about it, AP.
They might be the best team. They should have won without Porzingis the other night.
God, I
like the Mavs though. There's a lot of teams I like.
How people don't realize though that Luka and Porzingis already are 2 like one of the best tandem duos in the NBA. Like, I just don't get it. Like, if
Who
I
doesn't
just started
think that? Everyone thinks that.
No, what? Because then if you're telling me everyone says NBA is a stars-driven league, blah blah blah. Well, then why aren't they one of the 2 best teams in the league? if it's a star-driven league, and if they're the
stars.
guys, no. If I said to you, Tony, they have a top 3 coach in the NBA, which is a fact, by the way. No one will know that though, because everyone underrates Rick Carlisle, and then they have one of the 2 or 3 best duos in the NBA. What do you say to that?
What did you say? One or what?
Are you kidding me right now? I don't listen to you, so you don't listen to me.
You threw me out. Did you say number 1 or 2 ranked duo?
In the NBA, they have one of the best. I said top 3 pretty much duo, like for stars. What do you say? What do you say?
Don't get me distracted while I'm drinking. We got to get to these matchups.
Oh God, this is just terrible. This is just so bad. Tony, come on.
I got this parlay on the bet side on the Clippers. I got to root on the Clippers here. I can't be stroking. No,
you hedged.
Off. Yeah, we hedged, but we still win way more units.
Yeah, but did you see JSU liked your hedge tweet?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah, because JSU was on the Mavs tonight because he knew. He knew what was
the dude
in
the chat, Pinchy Baraka, said the wine is causing Big T to focus on other items. That's true. I mean, it's a fact. I can't deny it. But
that's definitely
let's get to these matchups, and then we'll circle back to the basketball. Let's go. Billy Ho minus 133 versus Ricky. Yeah, I mean, Billy Ho's a better golfer than Ricky, so I agree with that one. Kuchar's a big favorite over Brendan Todd. Abe Answer's a slight favorite over Sung Jae. See if we can find any interesting ones. Fitzpatrick's a favorite over Hatton, which I kind of agree with. Matty Wolf is minus 130 over Kisner. Poulter's a slight favorite over Joel Damon. I like both of those guys. Hideki and Finau, those are two rock solid guys, pretty even. Let's see. Ryan Palmer's favorite over Chez. Paul Casey and Adam Scott are basically a coin flip. Tiger versus Fleetwood, kind of my sneaky play versus AP sneaky play. Tiger is minus 120 versus Fleetwood, so slight favorite over Fleetwood. Two contrarian plays, though. We got Doc Redman's a big favorite over Phil, minus 136. Henley's favorite over Benny On by a little bit. I don't see anything too interesting. Harris English is minus 133 over Spieth because Spieth is just the worst. Shane Lowry is minus 137 over AP's boy Cam Champ. I can't play Cam Champ. Shane Lowry's minus 137 over him. What do you think about that, AP? Shane Lowry just owning you in
I don't like it. I'll tell you that.
We'll keep moving. Cantley favorite over Berger. Scheffler favorite over Vic Hovland. That's an interesting one. JT is slight favorite over Bryson. That's it. I think I need to get more of those two. I'm going to play a little JT too. Definitely some Bryson. I like those two guys. I'm going to play them with some of the cheapies. Jason Day and Patty Reed is basically a coin flip. Rose and Woodland, two of AP's boys, are basically a coin flip. Webb is favored over Reed. JT and Rory coin flip. Xander favored over Morikawa.
What? Look at this one. Did you see Sung J M against Answer?
Is
minus 140?
Answer's favored?
No, Sung J M's favored.
Sung J's favored 140 over Answer. How much more is Sung J?
They're pretty much like the same, Tony. They're 7,700. They're 7,700.
That's interesting.
Oh, Benny On minus 150 over Russell Henley. There you go.
I thought I just read that one. You got a different one than me, I think. He got a minus 150. Where's that one I read?
I'm looking at Bet Online.
Yeah, on a bookmaker, Russell Henley's 125 over Benny On.
Huh.
That's weird. It's that big of a difference. On your book, seriously, it's got Benny On minus 150 over Henley?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a huge difference.
Northern Trust.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
if you like Russell Henley, you should definitely bet that against Benny On, because I think bookmaker is, if not the sharpest, one of the sharpest. So if you can get a good price on that, that'd be a good bet. Honestly, Russell Henley over Benny On. If you get what is Russell Henley on that one? plus 120 or something.
Yeah, plus 120.
Yeah, like plus 120 in that one. When he's minus 125 on, you're getting a 50-cent difference from bookmaker. So definitely fire that. We see any other interesting ones here? Let's look.
I mean, Daniel Berger minus 145 against Cantley. What does the bookmaker have?
Yeah, I don't see that one yet. I haven't got all the good guys are at the bottom here. Let's see. Morikawa's favored over DJ.
Tiger favored over DJ? Is that right?
Tiger's favored over DJ?
Minus 122.
Oh, I love that.
DJ's minus 108. I mean, maybe Bet Online is just drunk or something.
Are you looking? You got to be looking at like with a handicap or something. Is it like
it's the spread?
Is it first round or something?
It says the game,
weird.
So it's not first round. That maybe their odds are like way.
Those
off.
are some strange odds.
What are you seeing?
Well, I forget what you even said. Which one were you talking about?
Tiger Woods.
I can't find it. Let me see.
I might be looking at the wrong thing. Is
it?
Oh, he's plus 121.
What was the other?
Yeah, it was the line. It was the odds on plus 1.5.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It had to be like some sort of strokes. We got. Let's see if there's any. Fleetwood's favorite over Scheffler. I think Adam Scott's my favorite. Just looking at the matchups. I love Adam Scott this week in that mid range. Love him. Tiger and Berger pretty close. I mean, there's nothing that really sticks out to me all that much. Just scanning through them. Bryson's a big favorite over Patty Reed. JT big favorite over Day. I think JT and Bryson are the edge to the week playing those two guys. I know AP kind of feels the opposite, but you just got to pick what you choose and kind of go with it. But these top guys just feel so good to me. I think Bryson's good. Did Bryson win this event last year?
Yeah.
Man, that's the only thing I don't like. I never feel like guys go back-to-back, which does work. It probably doesn't mean anything, but if he didn't win last year, I would really think he wins this week. It's tough to go back-to-back. It was at this same course too?
Yeah. Yep. And if you look at the past three champs, they're all big names. Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy.
This was 2018 though, right? I'm just looking at it right now. So we had a year gap at least. Yeah, so I like that. Yeah, let's get to the winners because I'm picking Big Daddy Dick Bryson.
So you're just giving out one winner today?
Well, I mean, I was letting the host take the lead here and like lead us into it a little bit.
All right. Well, as we lead in to the winners segment of the show, again,
the
guys,
Clippers are just
don't be afraid to hit that like
button. The Clippers are coming for you, JSU. They are coming.
As Tony talks about the Clippers making a little comeback because the NBA, basketball is in the game of runs. So, it's going to happen.
I mean, our producer's saying Cantley minus 132 over Brooks. I mean, Brooks isn't even playing, Captain. Come on, Captain.
Oh, Captain.
Delete that message before someone sees it. Lead us into the winners.
Let's do it. So, all right. Same thing, boys. Let's give them three. Give them a long shot, someone in the mid, and whoever you think is going to take it home. AP, let's start it off with you.
I was just pulling up my odds, man.
Let's do it. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
Tell me about how Justin Rose is going to win it or something. Gary Woodland, give me something like that.
Yeah. Gary Woodland's going to be one of them for sure. I was just trying to pull up his odds. Big T, you got him up?
No, I'm working on it here. Well, who do you want?
Gary Woodland. Yeah,
Woodland. We're going to give you 70-1.
Yeah, I like that. Another guy I like is we got to go with I got to go Justin Rose, 66-1. And then I'm gonna round it.
Pick your other boy. Who was your other boy you picked that was contrarian in that range?
Oh yeah, Tommy Fleetwood. There we go.
Yeah,
there's
you
my three.
Yep.
He's 40-1. Or no, what is he? 50-1.
55-1 on DK.
55-1. All right.
So you got 55-1. You got 70 to 1. Who's it? Oh, Rose 60 to 1. So that if you hit one of those, you're going to be the leader in the clubhouse for our Wednesday show.
Yes, sir.
JSU, are you going next or am I?
No, you know how it goes. Host has the final say. So Tony, this is.
Bryson's going to win, so I'm definitely taking Bryson at 11 to 1. Then I'm going to find me a few longer shots. Let's see who we got here.
Someone should take Patty Reed. That was
we'll leave him for JSU.
It's not going to be me. I'll tell you that. No way.
Let's see. Oh, I'm definitely picking Adam Scott at 40. He's my favorite guy.
I like that too.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna hop on that one with you. I got my 3, but I'm gonna put a bet.
hop in there with Adam Scott. We can make him like our Wednesday night pick. Let's see. I need to get me a long shot to go with those two. Find one of those dudes I like down there. Let's see. Yeah, give me my boy Joel Damon, 175 to 1 because JSU made fun of him. 175 to 1, Joel Damon.
Another guy who's not a winner.
Full unit too, by the way, not a half.
Another guy
going full unit on Joel Damon.
Joel Damon is not a winner. I'll tell you that.
No,
You're picking
he's
him
a
to
winner.
win?
Winners win.
He falls at the end, even when he's doing well. He falters.
Let's
at the
go,
end
Reggie Jackson. Stick that in JSU's eye. Stick it in his eye. Let's go, Reggie.
He's rooting for Reggie Jackson. All right.
3 for 3 threes. I mean, Carlisle can't come. Third best coach in the league can't stop Reggie Jackson.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that. Who was that? Dorial Finney-Smith just skying for the rebound, just shoving it right in Big T's face.
Look, 200 to 1. Christopher Erich in the chat says 200 to 1 on Damon at Bovada. Ooh. I'm taking it. I'm going up. Take 200 to 1 now.
Take it. All right, you can take it. All right. All right. So JSU, I'm going to start off with my guy Tiger. I'm going with Tiger Woods.
You liked that Tiger pick when I threw that out there, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it. I was all over it.
I like that. I think I'm going to have to hop on too.
See, this is what I'm saying. We're going to win the tournament this week. We're getting the mojo going here. Tiger and Scott. We got 2 guys now.
Yeah. So I got him 45 to 1. And the other guy I wanted to take was Danny Berger at 30 to 1. Gonna have him. And then my long shot, God, who do I want? Joel Damon. He picked Joel Damon. Like, just give me Benny on at 110.
Oh, now you're just trying to troll me. You're just trying to troll me now.
Yes. And again, full unit. All right, this is a full unit right in Big T's face.
That's I encourage full unit plays. I mean, on Wednesday nights, we don't do half units like Mangone. Mangone with his I'll put 0.2 units on this one. Like, no, we don't do that on Wednesday. Wednesday, winners win.
Nope.
We need to pick. So we can pick on DK.
Matt Kuchar, man. He's like, I know it's Matt Kuchar.
Four people.
When has he ever been 125 or 125 to 1?
Who?
Matt Kuchar.
Oh no, not.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying it's
we need 4. So on DK, we have to leave 2 gaps on our team. We need to make a team here. We need 4 dudes that we all like.
We got
all right. JSU, you go first.
We got Scott. We already got Scott and
Scott's the team pick. Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy we all agreed on though that we just said?
Was it Danny Berger?
No, definitely not Danny Berger. Who was one of my picks?
Why don't we go Adam Scott, then we each pick one.
Okay.
We got to make sure it works.
We got to somewhat all agree. That's the point of it.
Yeah, well, if we disagree, then we'll veto
it. If we disagree,
exactly. You're allowed to veto. If there's a veto, then there's a veto.
Everyone gets one veto?
Yeah, I mean,
we won't even veto. Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably veto whatever JSU comes up with, but
so will I. So that's
out. He's not even playing this week.
Right. Okay. That's right. And we'll see who wins at the end. Let's see it.
Pick one, JSU. Lead us. You're the host.
Mine was Tiger.
Oh, we're taking Tiger.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the other guy. The chat was saying Tiger. That was who we agreed. So that works good. We agreed on that.
I thought Adam Scott was what we all agreed on, but
yeah, we agreed on Elder.
No, that's the team pick. Yeah, that's a team pick.
All right. So we got 2 more spots.
All right, Big T.
I'm picking Bryson because Bryson's going to win. So yeah.
Bryson.
Oh, you're gonna make it tough. Hold on.
AP,
we got the whole range still.
I know, but hold on. We got to make sure that you can make a build out of it.
Easily can.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, like right now we got Bryson.
What do we got left?
At it, we got 72.66. So I mean, we still got plenty. We can make it work.
So yeah, Tiger, Scott.
We got plenty of range. We talked about a bunch of cheapies.
Oh man!
AP and fairness,
now we're out of my zone.
Pick whoever. We can put 2 cheapies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go with.
Pick your favorite dude.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite guy?
I got to go with Gary Woodland. I think we can make that.
I love it.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, we can make that work.
Yeah, so we got $7K for our last 2 spots.
We all gotta use this and put it in something special, right?
Yeah. I might use it for my main team.
Yeah, we can celebrate next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I said we're gonna ship first place. Just for an example, like we have to leave 2 spots as the DraftKings rules, but like just say you played like a guy like Cam David, any 6,300 guy, it leaves you the whole 7K range basically to play with. You can fit 2 guys easy with our core in there with those 4 guys. So easily can build. I'm going to put it in for sure right now. Love it.
Yep. And I'm going to put it in something right when we finish up this show. Boys, before we get off, besides just this great NBA game that we got going on right now,
is your team even going to be winning by halftime? I mean, after all the trash you were talking, are they going to still be winning?
Are you even watching Luka right now? Just like total stud, just showing off.
He's got Sweet Lou on. What an idiot! You could score on Sweet Lou.
Tony, that's their fault. Sweet Lou's on them. That's the coach's fault. They have Kawhi and Paul George and Sweet Lou's on them. Tell me how that makes any sense. You can't. Exactly. So all right. Rick Carlisle is a better coach than Doc Rivers. Heard it here.
Sam Cassell looks like he's coaching out. Sam Cassell's up. The alien's up. He's
Sam
up.
Cassell's a great player. He was a great player, and I'm sure he's a solid coach. I like Sam Cassell.
Mike Dunn, Big T with the Big Brother veto fever. Yeah, of course, Big Brother fever. Mike Dunn in the chat.
Oh, geez, getting Big T amped up right now.
AP, it's Big Brother night, JSU, Wednesdays and Thursdays.
What is Big Brother? I don't even know what that is.
No, stop.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it, ever. I've never seen an episode. Literally, I think the first time you brought it up to me like a couple weeks ago was the first time I heard of it. Yeah, I don't watch TV. I don't watch those shows. I watch sports and get suckered into movies every once in a while.
Well, I want to get suckered into American Pie when it leads to 100K. I'll watch movies too. I'll forget Big Brother and watch American Pie.
Wait. Oh God!
Oh,
great movie.
How does that?
I will say, great movie. Mike Dunn. I don't watch those. I don't watch like TV shows. I really don't. Except for The Office.
Bono says workbench watching Big Brother. Absolutely, I watch it from the workbench. Wife likes watching it too. Correct.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess it goes with the workbench. In the Niehaus family household.
Oh yeah.
It does not happen.
Dunk that, Zubak.
JSU household.
Dunk that, Zubak.
Zubak. All right.
Stare at JSU.
We're wrapping it. We're wrapping this show up. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Make sure if you're not a member over at Rumpier Sports, head over to Rumpier Sports.
Luke is so good.
Get a membership. Phenomenal. We got $20 for the week, $65 for the month. If you sign up this month, you get $65 for life. It's a lifetime membership at $65 a month. So get over, sign up at Rumpier Sports, get in the Discord chat. And just, haggle Tony and bother him, message him all the time. Just irritate him,
No, they can't irritate me because I answer all the questions in the Discord. Big T's a man of the people. The only way you can tilt me is call out my plays the beginning of the second quarter. If you make fun of my plays in the second quarter.
Oh, man.
Like,
that's I got Donnie Mitchell, just in one of my best lineups right now. And it was just your core I was falling.
And the core crashed. Like, it crashed. I mean, these people were like, "Oh, Donovan Mitchell, the worst play ever." It was the second quarter. Like,
nothing will beat the DJ Wilson tilt in the first quarter.
I mean, it's always like that, though. Like, if anybody has a bad quarter, they're dead. Like, right. And if anyone does good, then they're in the winner for sure, no matter what, in the first quarter.
Yep. So, I 100% agree with Tony. I do answer most of the messages as well, but when I get messages in the first quarter about this guy, I don't know, like, oh man,
that's a quick 86 from us. Like, you do that, you're no more responses. I'm talking to you, Slappy. I know you're out there, Slappy.
He's watching right now.
He's watching for sure.
But guys, again, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time. For me, JSU, Big T, AP. We'll see you later.